4 huge tanks, and you have others elsewhere, so you have about 10 tanks that you have to fill twice weekly. And many of you are coming from homes where you don't have that regular supply of water, and it must have an impact not just on your domestic comfort, but how you are able to do your schoolwork and prepare for school. And I want you to know that I am not insensitive to that fact. But unfortunately, like many other things in Jamaica, our economic situation has been such that we have not been able to keep up with the proper maintenance and replacement of critical infrastructure. And there's a lesson to be learned. It's just like the computer lab that we built 15 years ago. The average life of the computer would be maximum 2 years. So you would be needing to upgrade and retrofit your computers on that schedule. You may not have changed those computers in maybe 4 years, or maybe longer. The same has happened with our water mains. And the water mains that serve this community of Olympic Gardens and Malines Gardens, in fact this entire area, including areas in Western St. Andrew, areas in Western Kingston. All of those lines have been installed now for more than 60 years. And they have reached a state where they cannot carry the pressure or volume of water without breaking. The lines which carry the main flow into Kingston, some of you who are coming in from Kingston, if you look on your right, you will see a blue pipeline being installed. That is to replace an existing pipeline which carries water in from the Rio Pobre and other sources in St. Catherine into Kingston. That pipeline is not yet complete. As soon as it is complete, some of these areas, not all, will be able to get water or better pressure if you're already getting water. But the line that runs along Spanish Town Road, which supplies all these areas, Olympic Gardens, areas in Southwest St. Andrew, South St. Andrew, Western St. Andrew, West Kingston, that main is in such a state that whenever it is pressurized, whenever we put significant volumes of water and put it under pressure, the line breaks. That's how old it is, that's how fragile it is. And you will see them ever so often digging up on Spanish Town Road trying to correct. So they can't pressure the line, they can just keep a certain volume of water, but that volume of water would not be enough to carry to some of our areas in these communities, and certainly not to go up in stores either. So that is the challenge. The government has allocated significant resources to replace the line, and we have started the procurement process for a new pipeline which will run from the 6 miles area, interconnect to that blue line that you're seeing coming along Mandela, and it will go all the way down to Spanish Town Road, onto North Street, and carry water all the way down to Sabina Park in that area. When that is done, your water challenges will largely be solved. It is going to take some time. It could take a year to happen. It is not a situation that the government is happy about. But that has been the challenge. The pipe has reached its useful life, and we have to change it now. The pipes are being procured, and we're going to move as swiftly as possible to have that pipe in place. In the interim, the NWC has been instructed to employ other measures, which would be to divert and redistribute whatever water it has from other areas so that you can get some water. The problem has been, however, that whilst we have had the infrastructure problem, running parallel to that has been a long-standing drought, which means that we were short almost 20 million gallons of water for Kingston and St. Andrew each day. We have now gotten some rain, and I've asked the NWC, the catchments have improved. They are not at full capacity, but they have improved, and I'm hoping that this rainy season will last, but be gentle on us in terms of damage to infrastructure, so that our catchments can be refilled and that we can use whatever switching of valves to allow water to come from other sources into your communities. In the interim, the NWC has been trucking, and we have had some programs running where we have provided certain households, elderly, large households, with tanks. I believe that that program would have ended. I'm going to seek to have some more allocations made so that we can continue to provide water tanks as much as we can, as many as we can, in various communities. And we have also started the process of procuring more water trucks for the NWC, so that they will be able to ensure that institutions like Penwood, which have to buy water twice a week, that we are actually able to service you and service other critical infrastructure, other critical institutions within the community. So we acknowledge, we know the challenge you face, and we understand the frustration, but the government is doing everything we can, as fast as we can, to have it done. The lesson, of course, is that having completed the IMF agreement, having engaged in a program of fiscal management, we will now complement that with a routine maintenance program to ensure that we are not taken by surprise, unprepared when infrastructure suddenly fails. The truth is that these water mains should have been replaced 20 years ago, because 50 years or so would have been the useful life of the pipes that are already underground. And as you can see from the roadworks that are taking place, we're not just repairing the road, we are also changing the water mains, installing sewer where necessary or possible, and taking the time as well to install the fiber optics for telecommunications so that Penwood can get high-speed internet to make the investment in your lab meaningful. There are always issues with management and customer service, but we have learned some lessons, and we are strengthening the various institutions, in particular the NWA, so that when we take on these large works, we make it a priority, a part of the duty, not just to supervise the work and make sure it is done, but to make sure that the public is not unnecessarily inconvenienced while the work is taking place. So, I want to say to the students who have been particularly inconvenienced that we understand, but never ever make any of these issues a barrier to your success.